Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here, back with some more Tekkit, and yeah, we're definitely progressing on our way towards the moon. But before we go for the real progress, here's my brother, and we're going to take another look at some more biopower, because you may remember from one of the previous episodes that we have like a farm area here where we have some cows and some sheep.
Growing wild.
Yeah, that are. And there you go. My brother's got actually an enchanted sword that does fire damage. That looks decently cool. But we've also increased our grain production over here, and I think you can already see from the block breaker or harvester over there that it's not just a normal farm anymore. So my brother has expanded it a little bit, and
Yes.
so here we go. That's the setup. Maybe you can quickly explain what you did here.
I basically went with the same setup as before, though it's far from perfect because pipes interconnect a bit too much, like here with the bio reactor. Um, and of course the planter and its power and tubes are all underground. You can just see it here, like a little cave. Yeah, just set up this secondary operation to produce some different foods and of course the grain to be able to farm the cows and sheep a bit better, a bit faster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, extra food actually drops into the bioreactor now rather than these chests because it just, well, works a bit easier. It's already a completely sustainable setup. I mean, it produces a lot more stuff than the biofuel that is being used up. It's all totally full and producing excess seeds and carrots. And of course, it uses a larger area, and for that I've used upgrade modules for the harvester and the planter, but I'll show those at the other setup because I did
Okay.
the same there.
And how many generators do you have?
Just one here.
Oh, and it's already positive? Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all full. The biofuel generator and the biofuel reactor, bioreactor, are completely full. There's even extra saplings and carrots and everything that are just, well, not being used, not being processed because...
Okay.
So all I did is speed it up a little bit with some bone meal, like 2 stacks or something. And now it's just completely sustainable and produces lots of extra energy and food. So that's great.
Okay, and how big is the area that the planter uses?
Yeah, I could actually make it even bigger because the planter is somewhere near the rocks. So I could actually expand it another 3 tiles or so to the other side of the house, but it's already plenty big. No need to.
Okay, so it's
overboard.
practically like a 9x9 or something.
Yeah. You can see it in the upgrades. I have the same upgrade modules in the other power station, which produces a nuts amount of stuff.
So over here, this is just for our oxygen, so we can fill our tanks. As you can see, we have also made oxygen gear, oxygen masks, and medium oxygen tanks by now, and they're equipped. So we are slowly preparing for our trip to the moon. And so this is the expansion of the setup.
Yes, I've just secured it a bit with, like, incorporated it into the building. But when you click on the planter, for instance, you see on the right middle that it has a tin upgrade, which increases the radius by 3. And the same thing at the harvester. And so even this is not actually ideal. I could make it even bigger, but it already produces tons of wood.
What the hell is that?
Right, that's the sludge boiler. We need to get out of here because we will be poisoned. So I've also put in the sludge boiler, which wasn't the best idea, which takes extra, what's it called? Sludge, which is produced from the harvester. and turns it into clay, soul sand, dirt, sand, and even mycelium, whatever that actually is.
Oh,
That just comes here. So it does produce a lot of clay, which is really nice and handy.
yeah, the soul sand is okay as well.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
so,
it's producing again. So the trees are growing really quickly now. It produces lots of wood, a lot of energy, a lot of extra saplings, everything we need. But it poisons us, so that's a little
yeah, okay, so it was a good idea to put it
deficiency.
on the first floor.
Yeah, well, you still get poisoned down at the bottom level as well.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically a couple more ideas for biopower. So you can also use it with grain or with trees. And so now it's going to be my turn. This is the NASA workbench, which we've used to create 2 rockets or 2 spaceships, and you can see them over there. It's a decent amount of resources, but it's nothing too special. You need some iron, tin, copper, and some silver in order to create another type of bar. But there you go. We've got our 2 rockets that are ready. Over here, this is the launch pad, so that's also decently easy to make. And then here we have a fuel loader, and over here, as you can see, I'm producing fuel from also another small scale bioreactor over here. That's just a 3x3. I did change this up. I started off with, let me quickly see if I can find what types of tree. I started off with birch saplings, but it turns out that oak is a lot better because that produces way more saplings. And then it's a lot easier to fill your biofuel generators, which I have 2 of running at the moment. All this energy goes in here, and the excess gets turned into oil, which in this refinery gets turned into fuel that goes over here. So my hope is, of course, that this fuel is exactly what we need in order to fuel these spaceships. So yeah, let's see if I can actually get that to work. What I think the only thing I really need to do in order to get the fuel in there is connect this with a wooden and waterproof pipe, and then pump that up towards the loaders. The only thing I don't really know, I suspect that the inside is for power and the outside is for loading the stuff, because power tends to have a square connection. So that's what I'll go for first right here on this one. Let's see if I can actually connect this to the loader like that. Is that, yep, it's a connection, so that's good.
Yeah, the round one is for fuel, I think. Yeah.
And then let's see if I can also go right around and if it will actually split. So that's my hope, is that this will actually split up so that I don't need to connect this twice or use a second wooden pipe from another set of these not sure what this is called anymore, where I'm storing the fuel at the moment. Anyways, here we go. Let's put down
Storage tanks?
Yeah, the storage tanks, exactly. There you go. The tanks, that's what I was looking for. Then all I need normally is here is an engine, and then maybe I'll use a lever this time so we can... oh, do you have 1 cobblestone for me, or a lever?
I can make one real quick. I'm in the house, but...
Yeah, just make a lever, because I don't want to use the redstone torch. That way we can actually activate and deactivate the loading of fuel. And then after that, all I need to do is connect these guys with some power here, and then the loading should be done. So, oh, actually in the meantime, why don't you get that going, and I'll get some more cables to see if we can connect that.
Yep.
The power as well, and see if we can actually get the fueling process going. A disadvantage of our desert biome. Oh, and actually I don't really need that one here, and I need the wrench to get rid of that. Of our desert biome is that there are less saplings that get spawned from here, and you definitely can't do the same thing with grain. such as in that temperate biome over there. But the advantage, of course, is that it doesn't rain here, so that's pretty good. Now let's see. Lever is ready, so let's activate that, and then it should start pumping fuel. Yep, at least it's already going. Now let's see if it splits up evenly in this, which normally it should. Yep, there you go. That's very good. That's very good. It should already have a decent amount of fuel, not too much of it. And let's have a quick look then what the loaders are saying. Yeah, it's filling up. It's gonna need quite a bit, apparently. Maybe a bit more than I thought. I thought we would have plenty of fuel already. But it may just not be quite enough. And then, oh, you actually might have to click for load fuel. Interesting. So next step, let's see if I can connect the output here. Maybe from the roof, that'll be better. Go. So here you can definitely see the rockets. I put like a blast wall behind it, which is actually more to keep creepers and stuff out, but like that. And let's see if I can jump on here and get it in there. I hope that doesn't connect to the pipe. Nope. Good. So that's all looking all right. Like that. And then all we have to do is connect down. One more. There you go. That's a connection. Good. And then off to the other one as well. Just one more. That won't work from here. Maybe from here. No, I'll need to get out of the water. And so here we have a safety pool. You know, if stuff goes wrong, we can try and quickly jump in that. You know, if we would catch fire or something like that. But at this point, fuel, well, it's already empty. That's a little bit disappointing. Let's take that out for now and let's see if it actually does anything. Half filled. There is power, so if I press load fuel, it goes active. Let's see if then if that does anything. Status ready. Oh, it says it's ready, but it's not actually doing a lot. Can I see how much fuel there is available here? Or actually it's over here. You can see it's just flowing, so there should be plenty of it. So let's press load fuel here. Oh, it might just need more energy. Possibly. Let's see what's... I'll just activate both of them and then we'll see if we end up with like a fueled spaceship here. Well, I am seeing something happen underneath our spaceships. It does look like it's either there is fuel or it's being fueled. I'm a little bit afraid actually to press on because I don't want to build a new spaceship, so I don't really want to be in there and then end up with a used spaceship or something like that. How is the fuel level? One thing, well, that did drop, I think. I hope. Although I would expect the rest of the fuel to go in there then. Active, is that like dropping slowly or something? So I guess the only way to find out is to get someone in the spaceship, bro.
Yeah, hold on, because I've just built 2 energy tesseracts. I'm gonna put them away safely.
Yep. And in the meantime, fuel is still being pumped in the system or not? See if I yeah, it's actually going right through. So I don't even need this this engine here. It's actually still flowing right through into the system, I think.
So hold on, controls, because I saw weird control stuff.
So my brother already accidentally got into one of the spaceships before.
Accidentally on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose. And
so which one? This one?
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, space to launch, WD to turn left, right, WS to turn up, down, F for inventory fuel.
Oh,
yes, I have 100% fuel.
All right, so we're already fully fueled. All right, that's really good. Very nice. Okay, you can exit the spaceship then.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Or do you want to give it a go? If
W is needed.
if you want, you can give it a go. I don't mind, but I want mine to go to the moon. So I'm going to astronaut wiki class, and I'll
I've
read up about it.
wait, I've pressed something, but nothing is happening. L, go, launch, fire. It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything. Could it be because
Or
of,
is it?
maybe you have to keep it pressed?
Fuel 100%, so I'm not using the fuel. I keep it pressed. That was spacebar, right? Wait, I'm coming out. I'm out.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Back in. Space. Launch.
and it's yeah it's oh, is that looking
There's a
differently
little
from the other one? Let's see.
countdown timer, but
No, it's looking the same color.
there's a 20 on the top of my screen, but it's not doing anything. So we'll have to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out separately, I guess. What I'll do is I'll disconnect this pipe, just so that fuel starts to be pumped back in these tanks. And we'll let this flow through this system for now. We'll just see how that works out. Normally this should still be okay producing. Yeah, there you go, that's still producing, so that's all right. And then yeah, that was actually pretty fast for actually loading the fuel into these first spaceships. But that's that, you know. Most of our fuel power comes from biofuel, and this is the way we do that. We have our first two spaceships ready and fueled. We have our oxygen gear ready, so we're pretty much ready for launch. We just have to figure out how that works. So that's what we're going to research for next episode, but then we'll probably do at least either a test launch or our first attempt at reaching the moon. Anyways, that's it for this episode, guys. We'll see you all next time.